Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Ashley from heavenathome.org, and this is the Heaven at Home podcast, where my goal is to encourage you in your personal growth journey while being open, honest, and owning my story. We have faith-based conversations and tackle a bunch of different tough topics. Check out the description to follow me and learn more. Remember, you are fully known and deeply loved. Let's do this. Hey guys, my family's coming over for Christmas and I could not be any happier about that. I'm super excited. I have my tree up. However, I do not have any ornaments on it yet and I kind of feel a way about that. It's kind of getting to a point like mentally where I'm slightly considering just holding off on the ornaments until Christmas Eve so that we could just do that together as a family. It's been a long time, and it reminds me of my childhood. I don't know. Who knows? I might do it. We'll see. Okay, so today I just wanted to share the top 25 Christmas Eve traditions that I really think your family will want to hold on to year after year. I think there are so many of them, and I tried to just narrow it down so that it wasn't too overwhelming. But just know you don't have to take any notes on this at all. There's a post on this on my website. So if there's something that you want to take note of or something that you want to look back on or something that you want to remember, I'm going to include the link in the description of this podcast for your reference. Super convenient. Okay, so let's get started. I do just want to let you guys know that I do have a couple faith-based traditions on here that I think will actually be really refreshing. And I think they can help us, just remember the reason for the season and all that. I was talking to my sister and my mom. We have a group message in our text messages and everything. And we came across one tradition where we were talking about like how we're kind of celebrating Jesus's birthday, and it would be kind of cool to do something that commemorates that. But then my sister was like, oh, well, his birthday's not really in December, is it? And I was like, okay, but like, when do we actually celebrate it? Like, when other time do we celebrate it? We celebrate it in December. Whole bunch of debate going on there. But okay, I'm going to try to make this quick. Don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I just want to give you guys some ideas and let me know what you guys end up rolling with. And if I happen to mention something that you haven't thought of before and you feel like it's a really good idea, I would really love to hear about that. Send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. Or if you happen to have one that you didn't hear on here and you have some other ideas, I'd love to include some bonus content in the post. So send me a message about that too, because I'm curious and I want to know. All right, so there's 25 Christmas Eve traditions. The first one is to wear matching family pajamas. I think they make for a really cute picture. If by chance you're not a pajama wearing person, maybe ugly sweaters would be a really interesting and fun alternative. So something to consider. Last year, my mom and my sister, we all just made a random trip to Walmart, and pretty much at the last minute we decided that we wanted to wear matching pajamas for Christmas Eve, and it was really cute and super spontaneous and stuff. But this year we're actually planning on it, and it's kind of a tradition we just recently started. Before that, instead of pajamas, we used to wear onesies, and I love onesies. Like that's a whole thing for me. I love onesies so much. So onesies, pajamas, ugly sweaters, it's a vibe, it's cute, it's fun, it's silly, and I think it's a really great idea. The next one is on Christmas Eve to have a Christmas movie marathon. So think of some of your favorite classic Christmas movies. For us, it's like Polar Express, The Grinch, Elf, Home Alone, Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3. Those are like our go-tos. What are some of yours? I'd hate to think I'm missing one that's like even more obvious than those, but those are some of ours. Just having Christmas movies on and having like a marathon of it is awesome. Grab some popcorn, bake some cookies. It's so perfect, literally so perfect. The next tradition is to bake a cake for Jesus. This is something that I've never done before, but when I came across the idea, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so cute. Like I said before, like this is an awesome way to remember the reason why we're taking time to celebrate Christmas. My family and I, we usually end up either baking, compiling, like we have like a bunch of sweets for Christmas. Like we have cookies, we have s'mores. So for me, like the thought of adding a cake in there, it kind of seems a little bit excessive. I probably wouldn't do as much as we did last year, but I just really like the idea of that. It was nice. Let me know if you would think about doing that. Another special Christmas tradition is to exchange meaningful or personalized ornaments and then hang them on the tree. This is something that my family and I started doing pretty much since I got engaged. I got engaged in November 2015. So one of the presents that I got for Christmas that year was it was an ornament that had two reindeers kind of smooching and stuff, and then it was like Ashley and Miguel like dating or getting married or something like that. And then I have another ornament that's literally, it's like a blue box with a ring in it. And again, it's an ornament. It's really cute. And that kind of symbolized the engagement. We have one for when our daughter was born. We have an ornament for her. When my brother went off into the military, I remember being on base for his graduation ceremony, and I got an ornament that's kind of a military helmet or military cap or something like that. I have that on the tree. So it's just a really, like, it's so cute. It's so meaningful. Like, I'm a sucker for all that stuff. And I think it makes for a really cool idea. On my website, I have a picture of an ornament that someone has. It says, "I love you, a latte." So if there's like coffee lovers out there, I've seen like Starbucks ornaments, just like all that stuff is really, really cute. I also came across a Mickey Mouse one. I immediately thought about my mom and pretty much my whole family. They love Disney. So I think that's a really great idea for Christmas Eve, to get those ornaments out, hang them on the tree, or even tie that into some other traditions I'll talk about soon. I don't want to say too much too quick, but another tradition is to open one present on Christmas Eve. So if you really like the idea of ornaments, maybe you gift someone an ornament and that's the one present that they open. I think that's a really cool, intriguing little gift to give. I know another idea for opening one present on Christmas Eve. Some people just try to keep it simple, like if you're on a budget and there aren't too many options under the tree. It's really cute and really simple to just have something that the family can wear on Christmas Eve. So either maybe like socks or something that they can wear with their pajamas, or, just cute, simple things like that could be really special. So opening one present on Christmas Eve. Another one, which I don't remember ever doing in my childhood, and I kind of feel like I was left out. Maybe my mom will correct me when she hears this, but baking cookies for Santa, leaving cookies and milk for Santa. My daughter's too young, so I haven't instilled that lie in her brain yet. I don't even know if I will do that in the future. Who knows? Let's see. But if your kids believe in Santa and all that stuff, bake cookies, leave milk. But if you're going to bake cookies for Santa, here's another tradition. Don't forget to feed the reindeer. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pinterest, but Pinterest has some really cute, artsy, cute, creative ideas. And you can actually make reindeer food. It's a very decorative, colorful, sugary compilation of a bunch of stuff, and basically you would need tiny little peanut butter cups, powdered sugar, mini pretzels, rice chex cereal, peanut butter, semi-sweet chocolate, and different kinds of candy, something like M&Ms or something like that. That could be super, super fun, and I feel like kids would be really excited about that. So if you're interested in that, I might include a link for the recipe either in the description of this podcast or I'll include it on my post. I'll make a note to do that. But it's super easy to find. You can literally just Google reindeer food recipe and you'll be all set to go. Next Christmas Eve tradition. Here we go. Give neighbors Christmas cookies. Holidays like Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, and Christmas, some other ones. I think those are all just awesome opportunities to connect with the people around you and be neighborly and be nice. And, it kind of gives you an excuse to be friendly, So I just love the idea of going out of your way to either give neighbors Christmas cookies. You can bake them. You can give them prepackaged ones if that makes you feel more comfortable. You can give Christmas cards, all those things. Another Christmas tradition is to make, as in hand make, Christmas cards. Coloring, painting, drawing, all the things. Making them by hand. I feel like that's super cost efficient, number one, but it also makes it memorable and special, and it attaches like sentimental value for stuff. So I think that's a really cute idea as well. Now, here's another one, another tradition that I think Pinterest could come in super, super, super duper handy for is doing Christmas Eve arts and crafts. So there's a bunch of avenues that you could take with this. There's things you could do with Christmas trees, reindeer, snowmen, ornaments, gingerbread. I came across one on Pinterest where they pretty much made a reindeer out of the I don't know what it's called, but like the cardboard piece that's in the center of toilet paper. They made a reindeer out of that with ornaments. You can like hand make ornaments, decorate ornaments, stuff like that, and like a whole bunch of creative things to do with Christmas trees. So whether you do it for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or just in December, I feel like it's a really fun thing to like. Just the thought of doing it as an adult sounds exciting for me. But hey, I'm like a 5-year-old in a 26-year-old person's body, so it might be just me. But arts and crafts are things that the kids will definitely love, and there's plenty of them out there. So plenty of ideas for December. Another one, which I feel like I have a faint recollection of doing this precisely one time at my aunt's house, is building and constructing and putting together and decorating a gingerbread house. Have you guys ever done that before? I feel like I've done it one time, but I literally I can't remember much more details than that. But another thing that kids will love, and me as an adult, that's something I would love as well. And I think my 2-year-old daughter would literally be all over that and make a hot mess doing it, but she'd have a great time. So building a gingerbread house. Next one is reading Christmas classics before bed. I've seen so many pictures across the internet of Christmas books that kind of have like pop-up features, and I feel like it makes the book that much more interesting to read. But I would keep an eye out for those. Some classics you might want to look out for, like the titles on Amazon or Google or wherever you're going to be searching for your books, are The Night Before Christmas, The 12 Days of Christmas, The Gift of the Magi is a really, really, really beautiful story, and The Nutcracker. Let's see. If you guys have any extra ones to add, please send me a message on Instagram, because literally I'm trying to be like super, super resourceful. And if there's like a classic Christmas book that I'm missing and it has to be on this list, I'd really, really like to know. Okay, moving on to the next Christmas Eve tradition. Let's see. Okay, so here's a faith-based one. Go to a Christmas Eve service. I literally love Christmas Eve services. They make me sentimental. I love them. There are sometimes holiday worship songs, and just taking the time to first off fellowship, to go into a service with the mentality like of exactly what because it's so easy to forget what Christmas is all about, and just taking some time to recenter, refocus, and just appreciate the fact that Jesus literally came into this world for us, like so vulnerable, so fragile, because he loved us so much. Like, that's a whole thing. So going to a Christmas Eve service, I think that's something that every family should do. It's super special. All right, another lighthearted Christmas Eve tradition is to have hot chocolate. Don't forget the marshmallows, people. But I would also argue if you're not like really into having hot chocolate, maybe that's not your thing. Eggnog should really, really be on this list somewhere. And I don't know why I did not include it. My cousin Christina would kill me for even mentioning eggnog on this podcast, but eggnog is the best. It's creamy. It kind of tastes like a milkshake. And I kind of have this concoction that my aunt used to put together for us when we celebrated Christmas in Florida years ago, but it stuck with me because it was literally the best thing ever. She put eggnog, virgin eggnog, I might add, in a shot glass. She put a maraschino cherry at the bottom, whipped cream on the top, and a little bit of cinnamon. Yo, it's literally heaven, and I have to have that at least like once a year to feel like my life is really fulfilled. So you need to do that. If you decide to try it, thank me for it later. I promise. I'm doing you a favor. So have hot chocolate or have eggnog, okay? It's going to change your life. Okay. Another Christmas Eve tradition is to go see Christmas lights. I'm actually kind of shocked. I came across 2 public Christmas trees on accident today. Not today, this week. One of them was today. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to see more of this. And I'm also pleasantly surprised that so many of my neighbors have outdoor lights, because I'm like, I almost don't need to go anywhere to get a Christmas light show, although I have done that before. So I'm going to pause really quick to tell you a horror story of the last time I went to a Christmas light show. It was in Concord, North Carolina. My sister and her family, and I think my dad was around at that time. I was pregnant with Ava. We went to a Christmas light show in Concord, and it was kind of like a drive-through light show. We are kind of proceeding through, like we haven't actually gotten into the show yet. We're just in the line to kind of drive through everything. And I end up really, really, really needing to go to the bathroom because I was pregnant and I felt like I had the bladder of a squirrel. So the only bathrooms available while you're in this long car line are porta potties. And the one that I went to was absolutely disgusting. The smell was literally horrible. I went to the bathroom really quick, as fast as I could. By the time I stepped out, finally having gotten a breath of fresh air, I literally threw up on the floor. And remind you, like, we're in a car line. There's a bunch of cars everywhere. It is nighttime, so maybe that was kind of okay. There's a porta potty. I literally step out, throw out on the floor, run back to the car. It was like the worst 10 minutes of my life. Absolutely disgusting. And I was not throwing up too much while I was pregnant. I think that was literally the one and only time that a smell had gotten so bad that I literally upchucked. So that's my Christmas horror story about trying to go see Christmas lights. Hopefully you have a better one than me. I'm sure it will be great. So if you're not willing to travel for it, just take a walk around a neighborhood or something. I'm not being sarcastic about that. I think that would actually be really fun. And I'm planning on doing it plenty of times because my neighbors are just so... They have their lives together, you know? They got Christmas lights on their houses. That's all I need. Doing the whole neighborhood a favor. All right, the next Christmas Eve tradition. This is kind of like a 2-part thing. If you happen to have a really big get together with your work or your friends or something like that, you can have a Secret Santa, or you can have a white elephant gift exchange. So for Secret Santa, basically each person in the group is assigned someone else to get a small gift for, and there's usually like a dollar amount that's limit. A limited dollar amount. That's what I mean. So during the exchange, each person gets the gift with their name on it, and Secret Santa could either remain a secret or Secret Santa could be revealed. I've seen it done both ways. I think it's special either way. For a white elephant gift exchange, it's kind of more like a entertaining kind of thing, like a very lighthearted, silly, almost like a game of a gift exchange. I remember one time my brother was crazy. When I was a newlywed, he was around for Christmas at some point. I think he got my husband a fishing mat game that he could use while he was on the toilet. And we've literally never used it, but it was super funny and super silly. So I assume that white elephant gift exchanges are something similar to that, like just very crazy, funny gifts. And basically, everyone who's taking part brings a wrapped, unmarked gift, and whoever's there draws numbers to see who gets to pick their present first. Then after the first person unwraps, the other people get to either choose to pick a wrapped gift, or they get to steal the person's gift who was before them. Like anyone who was before them who unwrapped their gift, they can steal. And then if the gift is stolen, you get to pick another one. So it's kind of, there's a whole bunch of technical rules. I'm sure that I am the absolute worst at explaining them, but it's very fun and funny to take part in. So another Christmas Eve tradition that I think kids will love as well is to use Google's Santa Tracker and Track Santa. I included a link for this in my blog post, but you could also, it's funny that I'm going to say it. You can also literally Google it because it's a Santa tracker from Google. It's super easy to find. And even in the month of December, like before Christmas Eve, there's like really cool, fun, somewhat interactive games that the kids will love as well. So if you're trying to look for something a bit more festive, I think that's a really good go-to. All right, the next Christmas Eve tradition, let's see. It's number 18 on our list, is to play Christmas games. My sister, I don't know how she does it, but I really need to ask her so I could put more information on exactly how to get this done on my post. But she's always like really, really good at finding awesome Christmas games. I remember one time in our first apartment, she had us like either wrapping or unwrapping gifts with oven mitts. Another time we were like doing a candy cane competition where we had to scoop candy canes with a candy cane in our mouth and our hands behind our back. It was like super, super fun, and they're super awesome, and they're super festive, and they're memorable. Like playing Christmas themed games, they stick with you. I mean, you could say it's a traumatizing experience, but it's actually really, really fun. So definitely do that. You have to do that. It's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Now, this is something that might be kind of cultural, and I might be showing my Hispanic side when I say this, but my family and a lot of other Hispanic families, they sometimes have Christmas Eve dinners. And I think that those are really nice. So this is just something that you might choose to do. If you have Christmas dinner on Christmas, then maybe don't do this one. But it's also a really cool idea to have a Christmas Eve dinner. It's really nice. And hey, two is better than one if you want to just do both. But yeah, Christmas Eve dinners. Okay, the next one is to listen to classic Christmas music. You cannot let the month of December go by without filling your days with Christmas music, okay? It's part of the season, and I guarantee positive feelings when you listen. So some of my favorites are the Mariah Carey Christmas album. It's literally called Merry Christmas. Number one, of course. Another one is Michael Bublé's Christmas album. Also really great. I love Pentatonix. I love their Christmas songs, especially Mary Did You Know? And then there's another one. He has the voice of an angel. His name is Josh Groban, and he sings The Little Drummer Boy. Yo, like, I have to listen to that song at least once a year because it's the best song in the world. And there's something about like the story of the song that just gets me in my feelings. It's so perfect. Okay, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. All right, so this is number 20 on our tradition list. Okay, host a Christmas Eve party. So you could do that. I would say alternatives for this kind of tradition, which is something that I used to do. Like, I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I think I'm the kind of person that needs a lot of help putting decorations on their tree for some reason. So anytime I get in the mood to have my tree up or start putting my tree up or something like that, instead of a Christmas Eve party or something like that, I'll do like a Christmas tree decorating party where I have the tree up, we take the ornaments out. And especially if kids are involved, like they love it. Like they love to be part of that whole experience. So we do that. We have a movie on, we got candlelight, we got cookies baking in the oven. It's just like a very warm, cozy kind of atmosphere. And just on the note of decorating the tree, I know there are a lot of mamas and a lot of women out there who are very, very particular about their trees. But I think it's really, really special when the kids are able to take some part in that. So just let them feel involved a little bit, you know? So host a Christmas Eve party. A great Christmas Eve tradition. Okay, another thing that you should do on Christmas Eve is stuff your stockings. There's a whole bunch of resources on Google for stocking stuffer ideas. So if you want to look those up, that is a really good idea. But candy is a number one. Maybe some small essential items are really good. Things like that. So stuff your stockings. Another Christmas Eve tradition is to read the Christmas story in the Bible. So Matthew 1 and 2 or Luke 1 and 2. Those are where you can find those stories in the Bible. And then on Christmas Eve, the morning of, okay, first off, I have this picture on my blog post of a sweet morning breakfast that I would literally actually have. It looks amazing, but have a sweet morning breakfast for Christmas Eve because you'll just be happy and you'll enjoy it. So cinnamon rolls, pumpkin spice muffins, I'm almost 1,000% sure there are tons of recipes out there for like awesome Christmas Eve breakfast ideas. But the one that I see here, which I really might do, is strawberry Nutella crepes. Oh my gosh. Like it just looks like I just want it. So strawberry and Nutella, crepes and whipped cream. That's a godsend right there. No pun intended. Okay. And then the last and final one, which can kind of go with the Christmas arts and craft idea, is to decorate your own Christmas ornaments. This is another family-friendly thing that I really think kids would love, and it would make it really special. And it's also another opportunity to be neighborly. Like if you already have a lot of ornaments on your tree, or if you already have a tradition around ornaments in general, Christmas ornaments make a really cute little neighborly gift. So there's another idea. So that is all 25. I was trying not to number them, but I'm not sure that my approach today was that much better, so I'm sorry if it seemed like it was everywhere. I promise there was some structure, and it was exactly 25 Christmas Eve traditions, y'all. That pretty much wraps up everything that I had prepared, but I would really like to hear from you guys. What are some of your family's best and most treasured Christmas Eve traditions? Either share this podcast and share some of yours with your friends, or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook and tell me something that I should add, because that would be really great and super, super special. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and have happy holidays. And before I let you guys go, I do just want to let you know that I have a bunch of new information coming out about what to expect from me this next year. I'm a hot mess, and like I've been saying, I'm trying to get myself together. But I'm already having next year and New Year's in mind. The next podcast is actually probably going to be on some New Year's resolutions ideas that you guys might enjoy regarding a whole bunch of stuff. But personal growth is definitely on there as well. Thank you guys so much for listening. Feel free to DM me to send me your feedback. Check out the description below to follow me on social media. This podcast is listener supported. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember, you are fully known and deeply loved. I'll see you in the next one.